Today on the channel is set rankings time with WWE Mattel Elite Series 122 as we rank the whole line in order of my least favorite to my favorite.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite set rankings. And today we're ranking WWE Mattel Elite 122 from my least favorite to my favorite. But of course, for all your 122 needs and a whole lot more, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Got to get the deal out there, shipping right now from Ringside. Will we see 123 before the year is up? Fingers crossed on that one. A lot of us looking forward to getting Demolition back in the Elite line. Going to be down to the wire here. And will 123 count for best of 2025 videos I'll be doing on the channel? If it arrives in 2025, I am counting it as a 2025 figures. I know it is controversial, and everything's controversial these days, but if I unboxed it in 2025, I'm counting it for 2025. That's the way it works on this channel here. Your channel may be different. That's why it's your channel, just like your list. It may be different than my list, but guess what? It's your list. It's 100% right. My list is 100% right. We're going to do this rankings like we do all the other rankings here. We got 6 figures, going to start at 6, work our way to number 1. Number 1 being my absolute favorite from 122. And as I just said, this is my list. Put your list in the comments down below. But 122, not a bad lineup. You got Damian Priest. You got Iyo Sky, 2 stalwarts of TV each and every single week. You got new first-timers in the line, the Creed brothers, 2 I've been waiting for a heck of a long time. As you guys know, I've been saying every prediction, oh, we're going to get the Creed brothers. We're going to get the Creed brothers. Well, you make the prediction enough times, you're going to be right. Finally got them here in 122. Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin, basically called a legend figure at this point, in all honesty. And then we got a controversial one, a bit of a 2-in-1 with Andrade with his mask and the speed title. A lot of meat on the Andrade bone right there. So not a bad coupling of figures here in 122, but we got to rank them. That's the hard part. That's the fun part. We got to put them in order, and we're going to start at number 6. Number 6, pretty easy in this selection for me. It is Iyo Sky. Nobody tell my daughter, as she's one of her favorites, of course, when she was a fan of wrestling once upon a time. Oh, leave the memories alone. But unfortunately, this Iyo Sky, basically the last Iyo Sky, just painted differently. It's a straight up repaint. Gotta get the most out of your molds. I don't fault it. I don't think that's a bad thing. And I think you need to have Iyo out there on a fairly regular basis. She's on TV every single week and is a former world champion, so makes all the sense in the world. But somebody's got to be number 6. It's going to be her. She does come with her fancy garbage accessory here, so you got some options with it. But an easy number 6 for me. But it gets harder after that. I will say number 5 is the sleeper of the set, if you ask me. Another guy that's on TV all the time, it is Damian Priest. Not a bad figure. You know, we've recently got his Ultimate Edition. We've got a few different Elites. I think he was even in a, Top Picks Greatest Hits Elite wave not too long ago. So we've had a lot of Damian Priest figures, but this isn't a bad one. This isn't a bad representation. And another guy that's on TV pretty much every single week. Feels good to get another one of him here. And like I said, could be the sleeper. Is I really didn't have a lot of thoughts for this one here. It's actually better in hand than I thought it would be. Maybe a tad short, which might hold it back a little bit, but it is what it is. But Damian Priest going to be number 5. Now we're going down to number 4, 3, 2, and 1. It gets harder and harder as we go forward. But number 4 is another one, a bit of a sleeper too. Maybe not as much of a sleeper as Damian Priest, but it is a return to the Elite line. It's been a long time since he was in the Elite line. It is Andrade, and as I said, a bit of a 2-in-1 figure with this one, as you can display him with the mask on, mask off. I may pick up another one if it's easy to find. A lot of rumors this figure's being semi-canceled. Ringside has it, but I've heard the Entertainment Earths of the world and the Big Bad Toy Stores of the world have canceled this figure, so we'll see. I don't know if they canceled it. Mattel canceled it, apparently. We'll see where it goes, but let's be honest here. Andrade is not Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's not a Roman Reigns where people are going to go crazy if it did get canceled, but I have a feeling this one might be a little harder to find. We'll see what happens. Time will tell here in the near future, but great to get first time in the line speed title. Always great to get a first time title belt. Nice to get a quasi first time return to the line, whatever you want to call it. We don't get a lot of Andrade figures from the Elite line. We only got that one that we showed in the review, so check that out along the way. And I do like the mask here. I don't think the mask is as good as the AEW version, unfortunately, but it is nice to get this. I do have some paint imperfections on mine. As usual, your mileage may vary, and that brings up issues with figures. As of late, we've had a lot of problems with the Mattel line. Outside of paint imperfections in this set, I didn't have any of the traditional playing all the hits Vietnam problems in this set. So fingers crossed, 123 and beyond, we'll be back to normal, no issues. Nobody wants issues with those demolition figures, I can tell you that much. We waited so long, people will lose their mind if it's got the Vietnam bounce back and things like that. So we'll see with 123 here in the next month or two. We'll see what happens there. But Andrade going to come in at number 5, which down to the final 3 here. A tough one. And I've told you about the Creed brothers. I've been excited for them. I put a lot of pressure on them. Yes, Todd McFarlane, me personally, have put a lot of pressure on them to be the modern day Steiner brothers. I don't know if that's ever possible for anybody, but I want that feeling back again. And I feel like the Creed brothers could give us a little bit of that. We'll see. A little experience, a little time could go a long ways. We'll see what happens there. But coming here at number 3, I'm going to go to Julius Creed. Yes, the older brother, I think he's the older one, I'm not sure. But Julius Creed here today, looking good, first time in the line. I will say I'm excited because it's first time in the line. I'm excited because it's the Creed brothers. However, the head sculpt on this one is a little less than these other two over here. I'll say that too. Maybe everybody in this line. Just missing something. It really feels like Mattel 2010, 2011 in the Elite line, which was great at the time, but this one feels like it's, I don't know, something weird about it. But I do like the outfit here. I love the matching brothers. I love the singlets. Love the USA theme. Playing a lot of hits right here with Julius Creed, so happy to have that in the collection. But now we're down to the final 2, and a lot of people might say, oh, I know where this is going, and maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. It's a 50-50 chance, right, at this point. But I'm going to go Brutus Creed at number 2. Very close between 1 and 2. Way closer than you would have it for sure. I know Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be far and away the number 1 for the majority of people doing this. And this one was a surprise to me, as I didn't expect it to be number 1. I expected one of the Creed brothers too. But we'll go with Brutus Creed at number 2. He is my favorite looks-wise Creed brother. There's something about him. The Brutus Ball, watch out for it. And of course, the nephew of Brutus Bar Beefcake. I think we learned that along the way. Somebody hasn't fact-checked that one yet, but we're going to go with it. We're going to roll with it, spread it around, tell it's true, but just don't tell anybody I told you. But Brutus Creed here. Head sculpt looks better than his brother. I like the bigger, beefier body too. What can I say? I like my beefy men. What can I say? But Brutus looking really, really good here. But I'm happy to have the Creed brothers in the Elite line. I don't know if we're going to get them again. We'll see what ends up happening. Not curly on TV. Hopefully we get more in the future. And I know we got Ivy Nile around the corner, so that's going to be nice to kind of complete that. And you know we're going to get a lot more Chad Gables in the future. We'll see where all that goes once again in the future. But Stone Cold Steve Austin hitting all the hits at number 1. Our first ever Stone Cold Steve Austin in the regular Elite series. We covered that in that review. Pretty wild to think that is the case, but here we are, 2025. It's been a wild year, as we know. But this is an iconic Austin without being iconic. I tried to explain myself, and I don't think I did a very good job, and I won't do a very good job right now. But it's like this, I know this outfit, but it's not as iconic as him in his vest or his jean shorts or the 316 shirt, for instance. But a very iconic Stone Cold Steve Austin, and very cool to get in action figure form. And there's a lot of different looks similar to this with different t-shirt styles for Stone Cold, much like a John Cena that came after him that you could do in the Elite lines and things. And I wouldn't be shocked to see more of this kind of Stone Colds in the future. I think there's a recipe out there for it, and I think there's a hunger out there for it from the average Joe, the collector community, etc. And we got to remember, it's about the money at the end of the day. Jesse Ventura says, follow the money. He's right. Everything, follow the money. That's the way it goes. But 122, a mixed bag set, but a little bit of something for everybody. That's what I like about these Elite lines. They don't just go straight to somebody. It's not just for the Legend collector. It's not just for the Monday Night War collector. It's a little bit of something. You got new talent. You got Hall of Fame talent, returning talent, stalwart talent. A little bit of something for everybody. And that's what you got to do. That's the mix you need in a Mattel traditional Elite line. And we get that here in 122. But bring on 123. Bring on Demolition. I'm ready for it, and I know you guys are too. But there it is, 122. Once again, going to ask you, put your set in order. How does it go for you? Put them in order. That's the hard part. That is the fun part. Be interested to hear your responses in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Always helps the channel, I am told. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. Check out YouTube channel memberships and Patreon for even more content. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which conveniently enough is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Available every single Tuesday where podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. And don't forget my books, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers and The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, available on Barnes & Noble and Amazon as we speak. And I do got some copies of the ECW one if you need one from me. So there it is, 122. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
I said I'm gonna play softball.